Welcome to Oz's Online Gym, August 12th, 2021. I don't really have a very interesting topic today. A very important topic nonetheless is the cost of bodybuilding, or the cost of this lifestyle. It's not the monetary cost, more the cost or the toll it takes on you, on your body. Over the years of doing it, over the many years of doing it, I've had many injuries. I have herniated discs on my neck, herniated discs on my back, on my lower back. I have torn my hamstring, partially torn my chest, partially torn my labrum. I've had bursa, multiple minor injuries, and other ones I can't even remember right now. A few years ago, after my hamstring tear, I realized that wasn't really the way to go, so I started finding better ways of exercising. And the reason I'm bringing this up right now is I just had hernia surgery. Just when I thought I had started doing things properly, that I wasn't going to get injured again. Let me back up. 10 years ago, I noticed this hernia, went to the doctor, and instead of really worrying about the hernia, he just dismissed it, and he was more interested in why I was on testosterone treatment, who was giving it to me, what was the name of that doctor, was it an endocrinologist. So he was almost one step from calling the DEA on me. So fast forward 10 years, 3 weeks ago, maybe almost a month ago now, at the gym when I'm doing hack squats. And you may have seen the hack squat video I have on my channel, where that is from over 10 years ago, where I am lifting 6-7 plates on each side, going up and down all the way. But back then I didn't have this problem. So fast forward to 3 weeks ago, on the hack squat machine, I have maybe 3 plates on, coming up. I feel my lower abdomen loose, as if something is separating from there. I realized something weird could be going on, so I stopped. Then when I asked my doctor, she confirmed that could be a hernia. So went to see a surgeon. He's like, yep, you have umbilical hernia. If we treat it as soon as possible, there is a lot less chance of it repeating. So Monday I had my surgery. At least for a week, no gym. He said I could take walks, which is what I'm doing. And probably after 3 weeks, I can really start hitting the gym properly and proceed at my comfort level. So at some point you realize all these injuries do take their toll on you. Even a casual gym goer does deal with simple pulls. Oh, I maybe moved wrong a little bit at the gym, or even regular people who don't even go to the gym. You can hurt yourself getting out of bed. Maybe you sleep wrong, you have that kink on your neck. Those are simple things. But when you start getting so many injuries at the gym, at some point you should start to consider the fact that all these injuries, apart from the pain they cause you, they cause you the time to heal and get back to the gym to progress more. So in any case, you're looking at 4 to 6 weeks to recover from a decent injury. And if you do heal from it. For example, my neck is never going to heal, my back's never going to heal. Hopefully this hernia is going to heal enough where I can start doing regular, at least moderate weight hack squats like I normally do. But some of those things will never go away, so you have to find ways to work around them. And of course they affect the quality of life. That's a given. So you have to find exercises and workouts that don't injure you, that are not uncomfortable, just because something's been a tradition. Take for example the squat or the bench press, both of which hurt me no matter. For example, take this squat. For me, every time I do a squat or a bench press, it hurts me. even if I put an empty bar on my back right off the bat, it stretches my shoulders too much, so my rotator cuff starts hurting. And when I start going down, I think I bend my back too much forward, so my erector spinae are hurting. So by the time I'm done with one set of squats, my shoulders and back are already hurting and my legs don't feel anything. As soon as I switch to a hack squat, no problem. Sissy squat all day. Same with a bench press. When my shoulders are in that locked position, they hurt. But as soon as I switch to dumbbells, way easier. I can't say I built my chest with bench presses. Yes, I've done them here and there over the years, but as soon as I started noticing how much they were hurting me, I had stopped. That was over 10 years ago, and I mostly did dumbbell presses. So again, just because an exercise has been traditional, has been pushed on you by magazines, by this guy on YouTube, your friends doing it at the gym, or this big guy at the gym is doing it, doesn't mean you have to do it. Doesn't mean it's going to offer you the same advantages. Doesn't mean it's going to offer you the same benefits. If you're not comfortable with something, and I don't mean just muscular discomfort just because it's hard to do, then you have to do it. I'm talking about it's painful. If it's painful, stop. Think why it's painful. Where is it hurting? Can you modify your arm position, your body position, your stance, your grip? Can you make it work for you? If you can, sure, if it's not hurting anymore. But if you can't, do not be afraid to change it, research it, think. There's a gentleman named Doug Brignoli. He recently, for the last few years, he started becoming more famous. He was very big back in the day. He's one of these old school bodybuilders. Looks really amazing. But he started getting more popular because of his ideas about, he actually has a book called The Physics of Bodybuilding, telling you about which directions those muscles move, telling you about which exercises work best to load the muscle instead of loading the joints and causing pain on the rest of your body. People started inviting him to their shows, but they're so thick in the head. They're still trying to justify all the other exercises they've been doing by just trying to get him to slip and say, oh yeah, I've done all this research to the anatomy of all these exercises, but yes, still keep doing your deadlift, still keep doing your squat. It is going to give you benefits too, just to get that out of it. If that's not a concern for you, if you're not getting injured, if you're not getting hurt, if you're not injured or getting great results from the traditional exercises you're doing, keep doing them. But please do not think that what you're doing is the best way. Everybody should be following it, and everybody should be incorporating these into their routines, because they don't have to. Just like you don't have to keep doing these things and injuring yourself. Stop imitating others. Stop thinking what they do. This is the same idea, same exact bullshit that was pushed on by the magazines, still being pushed by websites. Go to any one of your favorite bodybuilding websites. Look up training programs. Look up chest programs. Here's what you're gonna be finding. Flat bench press, incline bench press, decline bench press. In the same exercise, in the same workout. Then they'll switch flat dumbbell press, incline dumbbell press. 3 sets of 8. That's the bullshit workout they're feeding you. And that's the same bullshit people have been feeding all of us all these years without thinking, just because they have been the tradition, just because it looks cool to have all that weight on the bar. You lift big, you get big, right? Well, that's not the case. You don't have to lift super heavy weights to get big. If you want to be strong, yes, you have to lift super heavy. And if you want to be strong, go ahead, go that route. So if you're only concerned about getting your physique to look better, to have bigger muscles, you do not have to stick to only traditional exercises, and your only gauge of progress does not have to be putting a new plate on that bar every week. There are other ways to progress. The mirror. Look at the mirror. Are you getting bigger or not? So if your goal is just to get bigger, just look better, more from a fitness standpoint, then you don't have to worry about only sticking to traditional exercises, only putting weight on that bar week after week. You have a lot more flexibility in choosing exercises, choosing weights, and other ways to gain muscle. Because getting injured is not fun, it's not productive, diminishes your quality of life, and instead of going to the gym and being able to work out, you'll end up like me, taking 30-minute walks and lying in bed the rest of the day because you're in pain.